a battle. No, you never lost a battle. I know, you never will. Everything's possible by the power of the Holy Ghost. A new wind is moving right now, taking my heart of stone, taking over like a Jericho. My walls are all crashing down right now. I know you're able, and my God, come through again. You can do all things. You can do all things but fail. 'Cause you never lost a battle. No, you never lost a battle. And I know, you never will. No, you can do all things. You can do all things but fail. 'Cause you never lost a battle. No, you never lost a battle. And I know, you never will. You never lost a battle. 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 You never will. You never will. You never lost a battle. You never lost a battle. You never lost a battle. Never, never. Impossible for you. Yes, you can do all things but fail. 'Cause you never lost a battle. No, you never lost a battle. And I know, you never will. Yes, I know, you never will. Yes, I know, you never will. Narrow as the road may seem, I'll follow where your spirit leads. Broken as my life may be, I will give you every piece. I hear you call. I am available. I say, yes, Lord, I am available. Here I am with open hands, counting on your grace again. is a sacrifice. Oh, use me as you want to, God. Have you thrown within my heart? I hear you call. I am available, and I say, yes, Lord, I am available.
As Christians, we know that the best chance to win a battle is by surrendering it to the Lord, knowing that He is powerful enough to win it for us. However, as much as we hate to admit it, there are times when we doubt if God truly can. But when we read through the Bible, we can see that the Lord remains undefeated and that He has never been intimidated by the battles His children are facing. The song Never Lost by Elevation Worship reminds us of this truth, that our God is able, and if He came through before, He can come through again. So do not be discouraged nor be afraid, because the same victories God in the Bible is the same God whom we worship today. Nothing is too big for Him to win. He will never disappoint, and He will never fail. Available is a song from Elevation Worship released this year. The song is about how we respond to the calling of the Lord to us and how we obey Him. Isaiah 6:8 says, "And I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then I said, Here I am, send me." Availability is being willing to adjust our own schedule, agenda, and plans to fit the right desires of God and others. It makes personal priorities secondary to the needs of God and others. It is to reflect God's priorities so we are always available to Him and others when we are serving. No matter how difficult our situation is, no matter how broken we are, we will always choose to obey and be available for the Lord. We have a God who is able, always available for us, who elected to choose us and selected us for a purpose. One of the primary calls is for us to be in touch with our Creator, our loving Lord. His power flowing through the universe is available for us to use if we choose to trust and obey according to His will. This is Pastor Raymond, and you are watching another edition of Midweek Inspirations. We have experienced a lot of battering this year, and just recently we experienced 2 strong typhoons that have affected a lot of our fellow Filipinos in different parts of the country. The worst of it are the flooding that has left many homeless or are now left with almost nothing but the clothes on their backs. It is easy to be caught up in our own sufferings, and especially that we are still fighting a pandemic, and forget that the way to win against the adversities of life is to fight together. There has never been a greater unifying factor that facing a tragedy or loss, and throughout history, we have seen that when our very existence is threatened, we are able to lay down our differences and work towards a common goal, and that goal is our survival. The internet and social media has given all of us a voice to air our grievances and concerns, and it has proven to be a powerful tool for such causes. However, it has also given birth to a culture that seems to highlight the differences and makes everyone partisan and biased towards their own agendas. Though everybody is free to make their opinions known, we need to understand that there are certain limitations and boundaries that must be observed. I believe that these boundaries have proven themselves throughout history and has prevented us from falling into anarchy. One issue that I would like to call our attention to is to place value on leadership. Leadership is always crucial in every community. Without it, we will be at a loss as to where we are headed. Given that not all of us can be leaders, those who are able to do so face the challenge of keeping things in order so as to make sure that everything keeps moving forward. Leadership is not always perfect, and it will always be confronted with opposition and change. True leaders will swallow the bitter pill of defeat if after doing everything that can be done, they still cannot come up with a solution to the problem. But if we do not give them the chance to prove themselves or their leadership, we unwittingly doom ourselves in the process. If we really desire change, then be a good follower and wait for our turn to become leaders. By then, we can test our own theories and prove our leaders wrong. But until we step into that position of leadership, we must adhere to the principles of being a true follower. Being a true follower does not mean you blindly accept everything your leader thrusts at you. A follower is always in the advantageous position to learn and discover things that will soon make him a better leader. But if he does not go through the process of proper development, he will be lacking in the knowledge and skills for leadership and will be playing catch up when it is his time to take up the position. You can't become better than your leader when you have failed to become better as a follower. Today, we see that our next generation of leaders are lacking the patience to wait for the positions of leadership to be handed over to them. Instead, they take it by force in the name of a righteous cause. Either that or they will abandon their posts and create noise so that people will notice them and be sympathetic to their plight. These people will definitely get their audience, but an audience is only as good as the next attraction. Soon, they will fade into obscurity, carrying with them the anger and resentment towards their leaders whose authority they usurped. How do we prevent such a scenario from happening? The answer is to look to the Lord for guidance. His word tells us that we are all members of one body. Each member has its different function. The eye cannot say to the hand, "I don't need you," and the head cannot say to the feet, "I don't need you," so that there should be no division in the body, but that its parts should have equal concern for each other. If one part suffers, every part suffers with it. If one part is honored, every part rejoices with it. As Christians, we are in a unique position to effect change in our society. We need to be careful that we are not swept by the emotions that are driving society to the brink of chaos. Our voice must be the voice of reason and must be guided by the Spirit of God Himself. Though we cannot expect that we will be in agreement with everything, Christian principles should keep us together because we can honor and respect one another. Thank you for joining us, and we hope that you will join us every Sunday for online or in-person services. God bless you and stay safe.